Hello guys, what's up? My name is Andrew Ching and welcome to What We Drive. Today I present you the 2017 Mercedes-AMG A45. Now, I borrowed this car from my friend Dante, who has a company called A Reason that makes all sorts of affordable and cool headphones and speakers, and I've linked some of his most best-selling products in the link below. Make sure to check them out, you won't regret it. To start, I'm gonna tell you why this car is special for this video. Because in 2018, which is this year, Mercedes is launching the brand new A-Class with brand new design, making this one of the last ones being made before its successors. And moreover, my friend calls it the little cannon, and I want to find out why. Now let's first look at the exterior, starting with the front. Compared to the regular A-Classes, the AMG A45's got a more aggressive design. First, you have the sportier looking front grille, finished with the AMG logo, of course. And you got this beautifully finished, well, in this package it is, the big bumper right here. And also, if you look at the two sides of this car, you have those little wind blades. Exactly, those tiny little cute wind blades. Maybe they can help you go like 5 miles per hour faster. I don't know, but they are there. The last thing about this front is this Mercedes so-called LED high-performance headlights. Well, which basically means it's not any of this trashy little regular headlights in the market. And it has a very interesting sort of waking up feature when you unlock the vehicle. Now, if you look at the side of this car, you see that it's got a black glossy trim finish here. And because this particular one had a sports package, those rims are 19-inch finished in black. And of course, you got the brake caliper in red with black Mercedes-AMG logo. But one more thing, if you look at the brake, you can see that it has different holes in there. Well, that's because it helps with the heat dissipation and also help you clean up the dust and powder produced in the braking process. Furthermore, in the back, this car has got a big giant diffuser finished in glossy black. And take a look at those exhaust pipes. It looks like it's got 4 in total, but take a closer look. There are only 2 in total, so basically the 4 it's a fake to make it look cool. But regardless, let's listen to the exhaust notes for a bit. I think it sounds pretty darn good. But just look at this. Isn't this one of the smallest windshield wiper you've ever seen? Look at that, it's the size of my hand. And oh, one last thing. If you look at these ventilation holes, don't they look pretty cool to you? Well, but according to my knowledge, they are usually appearing in the mid-engine configuration, but the AMG A45 is a front-engine car. So, with the curiosity, I put my hands in there and yeah, it's just a piece of solid plastic. So, it's fake too. Let's take a look at the engine, but first we have to pop the engine hood. To pop the engine hood, you have to get into the car and you look for a red latch right there, and the engine hood is opened. So in the AMG A45, Mercedes put a 2-liter inline-4 engine with turbo in this car that produces 376 horsepower with 350 pound-feet of torque. And with a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, this thing can go from 0 to 60 in just 4.2 seconds. But Mercedes has limited the top speed of this car to just 155 miles per hour. That's because they think that you shouldn't go any faster than that after you bought this car. But if you really want the highest performance, well, you are free to modify it. But the most interesting about this engine is that it is handmade. That is because Mercedes believed in what they called one man, one engine. And this is the definition and proof that they are doing it. So with this signature, not only you would know that which person made your engine, you can also know that one day if your car explodes, you can go chase after him. Another interesting thing on the engine cover is that it says hot, even though most people know it. But what's funnier is that down there,
you can see that you shouldn't put your hand or your tie in there. Otherwise, it gets sucked in. I think Mercedes is trying to imply that their customers are those who wear a tie every day.
Let's take a quick look at the interior. First, I want to point out that I like the steering wheel very much. It's got a nice fuzzy Alcantara partially wrapped on the sides of the wheel. You have this red strip on the top, so you know where the wheel is pointing at all time. And also you have the AMG logo here, so make you feel good. One thing I like about this interior is how sporty it looks, given that it's pretty much black and red. Take a look at the center console and the dashboard. It's got red stitches all over the places. You have this red finish on the AC unit. You also have red linings and red stitches on the seats as well. And oh, this front end is finished in this carbon fiber looking plastic. Yes, it's like a plastic material, but I'm glad that Mercedes didn't give us just a plain black plastic because that would look much worse.
At the center console, by the shifter, you can find this little knob for driving mode selection. And you can choose between C for comfort, S for sports, S plus for sports plus, or I for your individual setting. Also, as you switch from comfort to sports plus, the color of the AMG A45 in the infotainment screen turns warmer, so to tell you the car is getting sportier and more aggressive.
Let's take a look at these seats. As you can see, they are bucket seats, which means that they hold on to you very well while driving. But the downside is they're really not comfortable. And just listen to how hard they are. Yeah, they're definitely not one of the most comfortable seats in the world. There isn't much going on in the back here, and I really wouldn't say it's roomy because still it's an A-class. But you still have little AC units here to give you a little more air, and I'm 5'10", and if I sit straight I will not hit the roof, so back here it's still practical.
Before I take this car on the road, I want to show you the launch control function. To activate the launch control, you first push the brake all the way in, you then put the gear into drive, and make sure you switch to Sports Plus, otherwise it would not work. Then you're going to put both of your hands on a shifting paddle, pull and hold them until you see this confirmation screen. Pull the right paddle once to confirm, and you're good to go. Floor the gas and release the brake when you need to. To show you how it looks, I have a clip from the passenger side of view.
Okay, so we're gonna see the launch control on the Mercedes-AMG. Oh! Yes, I know, I sound a bit too excited in that clip, but it was really fun. For a few seconds, it just put a smile on my face. No wonder why my friend calls it a little cannon, because it shoots you out, and it really is. And now, let's take it for a little spin. Alright, let's drive this little cannon. I'm gonna start in comfort mode just to get a better grip of the car. The comfort mode of this car is very well judged for lower speed driving. The steering is light, but it's not vague. Throttle, it's good, linear, but not too aggressive, like you want to go all out or something. And overall, the suspension, it's not too harsh. Right now, it is not. My only complaint is that even though the ride is relatively smooth and nice and comfy, the seats are not. Literally, like my lower back is already hurting by just sitting in there. If I have to compare this car to some other cars, I would say that in comfort mode, this thing feels like a Mercedes C-Class sedan. Alright, let's now switch to the Sports Plus mode. Oh, instantly the steering becomes heavier, throttle is more responsive, and suspension becomes really hard. Alright, after this corner, let's give it a go. Now we're in Sports Plus. Woo! Oh yes, this thing is quick. Really quick. It really is a little cannon. Like, it's small in size, but it's got so much serious power, especially when the turbo kicks in at around 2500 RPM. The exhaust sounds very good, I think, personally, for a car like this, especially given that it's a 4-cylinder car. And let's just take a listen to the exhaust notes. Ooh, the downshift. Yeah. Let's feed a little more gas to this little cannon. Ooh. Yeah, it's fast. Shifting is quick, not instant, but very quick. Overall, this car is a blast to drive on a straight road. And would I say that if you're looking for a car that can take all corners, should you be looking at this car? My answer is no. But if you're looking for some straight line actions, you like to tiptoe that throttle to have some fun, then yes, this car is for you. And after driving for some time, I just found myself loving and wanting to feed some gas and, you know, just play with the throttle and feel how much power this thing has to offer. Woo. Trust me, this thing is fun to drive. Now let's face it, this car is a hatchback with an engine in the front. You are going to have some understeers, but unless you really abuse it and really get into it, you are not really gonna feel it. But overall, this car is a straight line car, like the little Cannon, and it's definitely not designed for some agile corner taking and godlike handling. To sum up, the Mercedes-AMG A45 is a fun little hot hatch that well deserves the little Cannon title. And take alcohol for example. Sometimes you drink beers with your friends to just have some fun because you have to. Sometimes you take a glass of wine to be more sophisticated. But sometimes you just want that shot of liquor to go like all out and go, oh yes! Then this car, my friend, is that shot of liquor. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please click the like button, comment and share with your friends, and even better, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.